Number 2 was feeling pursued, which got me thinking, like, yeah, that is, I don't really often do that these days, with the kids and stuff, but it is something to kind of think about. And do you ever like pursue your husband?
No, but I think just like what we want, like, "Oh, you look good in that outfit," or "You look pretty," or "Let's go on a date night," and different things like that. They also probably want that as well, right? Welcome back to Keep It Good. I'm your host, Emily.
And I'm your host, Carly. So Father's Day was just this past Sunday, and we thought, with all the big hype about Mother's Day and the episode about mothers, we thought we need to give a little shout out. So this episode is all about husbands and relationships
Can't wait.
because we love them, right?
Yes.
So we said previous episodes that mom is the CEO, usually, not always, but
No,
that's usually the case.
that's true.
There are some guys who step up and do that role. For the most part, yeah, mom's CEO. But like any working team, everybody needs a balance in life. And there's certain jobs that moms just can't do, and fathers really step up to the plate these days. And we wanted to highlight what they contribute in the household that often goes unseen as well.
Yes. I mean, I do not want to be getting rid of the dead mice in the trap
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
gutters, cleaning the gutters or
Yeah, I feel like they have all the dirty work, They are
they
the
do.
plumbers, the pest control, the heavy lifters, the garbage men, the handyman. They offer a sense of security, I think, that just makes everyone in the house feel safe.
100%. I don't worry or think about any of that. That's like on his plate, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot more of that cruise director type stuff. And there's not even a conversation. He plays his role and I play mine. And that's kind of how it works. I don't touch anything dirty, basically.
Yeah. We love them for that.
Yes.
That makes our life a hell of a lot easier. So if you don't feel appreciated, guys, we love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. My husband's great. If anything goes wrong in the house, like plumbing, electricity, anything that is outside my scope of practice, like he figures it out, he handles it. He makes our house our home,
Mhm.
and keeps it safe. And thinking about, all the things that mom carries and has in her mind, I can't imagine what it's like to be a guy because I feel like they hold a whole different sense of responsibility for the family.
Yes.
A lot of times they are the providers, or not always, but
Right.
they just have that protective character or that role that they kind of are meant to step into or expected to step into. And I think that puts a lot of pressure on somebody. You're overnight, you have this whole family to kind of protect. And it oftentimes just goes unnoticed, like I said.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. And I think when that baby does come, because even like when you do have a baby and you're pregnant and they know they're becoming a father and they're excited and all of that, but they don't get to feel the feels that you do through those basically 10 months, you know?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
it maybe isn't real until that happens. And I think that for a lot of them, there is a switch of like, okay, now I got
Yeah.
the real family unit and
Yeah.
I gotta protect. We always talk about mama bear, but there's definitely a papa bear thing too. And yeah, they do a lot of the things that I don't even know maybe all the things he does because he just does it. And just like us, I know we like to think that everybody's 50-50 and how we run our relationship and our households, but things are kind of split. Like mom does this, dad does that.
Yeah, I know. We kind of stepped into that role, not even realizing it. But like Jacqueline said in the Struggles of Motherhood episode, the evolution of fathers really has come a long way. There's so many dads who do dive in and do diapers or do the overnight bottle feeds or like my husband was fantastic through all of that. I could not have asked for a better partner in such a chaotic part of my life,
Right. Absolutely, same. Well, and
But
I think too to have that good partner who knows like, okay, it is definitely my turn to step in because, without even having to be asked, right? Especially in those baby months. But that's what's making him a dad and getting to enjoy a Father's Day himself.
I know. I hope they all
Yeah.
had a really good Father's Day because you all mean so much to us. We could not make our lives and the kids' lives the way that they are without you. It's a family unit and you are an equal part of that unit. So, we did a fun little poll with our friends and families and coworkers, just a random little bunch of guys, and we asked them ways that make them feel appreciated. Um, I'm I mean, everyone can kind of guess what number 1 was, right? That goes unspoken. But moving on down the list, here are a few things that they had mentioned. So yeah, number 2 was feeling pursued, which got me thinking like, yeah, that is, I don't really often do that these days, with the kids and stuff, but it is something to kind of think about. And do you ever like pursue your husband?
No, but I think just like what we want, like, oh, you look good in that outfit, or you look pretty, or, let's go on a date night and different things like that. They also probably want that as well, right? They want to know that you're still attracted to them and that sort of thing, where it's kind of an unsaid. I think most people just, I'm married to you, so I love you and you should know that. But we all like to feel like, oh, you know, I'm noticed
Yeah.
again.
Yep. So, I mean, I got to step up my game on
Yes. I mean, I don't we all, but
yeah. So that was an interesting point of view from a guy's perspective is
Mhm.
feeling pursued. And I think a lot of women kind of let that slide
Yeah.
because that
We
is the
always wanna be
last thing.
pursued.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to do the chasing. Um Number 3 was just kind of helping out with certain things like yard work or any kind of task that's a lot for like the house, just helping out.
Right,
Um
like weeding or
yeah.
something that tends to sometimes fall on them or
Yeah, and I totally get that. I mean, who doesn't wanna feel helped, you know?
Right.
Um, and that goes hand in hand with kind of, number 4, acknowledgement. So, like, you know, "Wow, you did a really great job with that. I love how you thought of this," or,
Mhm.
"Great idea. I loved how this came out. This was I would have never thought of it," and, kind of a bravo to you type of
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then number 5, like along with kind of helping out outside, sort of, say they're, outside working on some kind of a project, just thinking, oh, you know what? He could use a coffee or a little snack. Just being thoughtful and bringing him out
Mhm.
something without him asking, or maybe something that you think he could use in the time. Do you ever do that, Emily?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I do. I like to think I take care of him pretty good, but
Well, the next time
I
he's
don't
outside
know.
doing yard work, get him a freaking snack,
I'll get him a
okay?
fresh lemonade, freshly squeezed.
Yeah, bring the boy a snack.
It's so
I got
funny though because these things are like things that women want too, right?
yeah,
So it's what you want, assume your partner also wants that.
yeah, it's a good lesson, right?
Like,
Treat others the way you wanna be treated.
yes, yes.
And then the last 2 is show interest, encouragement, and compliments. Compliment that boy, he wants it. He
Gotta feed
needs
the
it.
ego a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, water it, feed it, and then back off a little bit so that it keeps him guessing.
Yeah, I love it. It keeps it interesting still.
Yeah.
It's like you always have to be dating, right? Like, you gotta keep it can't things can get stagnant, and that's life, like, we're busy, but I think you have to keep it fun and exciting and
Oh god,
surprise
yeah.
him. Like, my
Yeah.
husband is so good with spontaneity and surprising me with different things, and I have just become I think, 'cause he's so good, I've just become, like, a bad gift giver, and, I when we did that Mother's Day one, I'm like, "I gotta step up my game. I gotta"
Mhm. Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I know. Like, as much as we're offering, different ideas for people, listening back, it's like, "Oh, wow." Like, I kinda have to it makes you second guess it even though we're making these episodes.
Yeah, yeah, we
Uh,
have to practice what we preach.
yeah, yeah, and a lot of them are like, "Oh my god, I can't even believe I said that. Where did that come from? But that's great advice, and I need to do it," you know?
Yeah.
Like, do you flirt? Do you flirt with your husband still?
Yes. I would like to think that there's definitely some flirting going on when there's time.
Yeah.
We with our jobs, we kind of well, and for many a year, it's gotten better, but we passed in the night. It was literally that, the ship's passing in the night.
That's good.
And so you gotta try to do that when you can and don't be lazy about it.
Yeah. Well, like,
But
me and my husband flirt all the time. I love that about us,
yeah.
constantly every day.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It keeps it, electric. And
Yeah, no, that's like that spark is still always alive. And like I said, some people don't have the time together, but like even if you're not, right, it's through text
yeah,
or,
I was just gonna say,
making a phone call or a funny little emoji. It can be even just something simple like that. Doesn't have to be
you're right.
a face to
It's
face.
it's funny because when we were in high school, we would pass each other notes and like little things here and there. And now that technology is involved, like the texts are our new love notes that we
Right.
pass, like
So cute. I want to save it.
yeah, like you have to keep it fun, you have to keep it fresh. Yes, we've been together for 20 plus years, but he still gives me the butterflies. He still
Yeah.
gives me,
Right. It's exciting for a date night and
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
love it.
So definitely prioritize date night. I mean,
Mhm.
get even if you can't get a babysitter, one of our favorite things is, we put in a lot of hard work in our house. We've been here for like 11 years now. And we just kind of walk around once the kids go to bed. We get like a glass of wine or coffee. If it's like a Tuesday night, you make it work. And you walk around the yard and we just kind of like look at where we've been and where we are now,
Mhm.
and kind of give recognition about this project or that part of the garden or this. And oh, what are we going to do with this area for the future? And it just kind of it's my favorite date night with him because it's like you just appreciate each other, you appreciate where you've been, where you're going, where you are now,
Yeah,
and
the
it's just
life you've built,
yeah.
to think back like, "Oh my gosh, remember when it was this and now look what we've done," and
Yeah.
yeah, it's such a nice thing.
Yeah, it's like walking down memory lane.
Yeah.
You know? That's my favorite, and it doesn't cost us anything. I mean, we're enjoying the fruits of our labor. It's one of my favorites. So if you don't have the extra money to go out for dinner or you don't have the time to get a sitter or any of that, you can make anything into a date night. It's just about spending that quality time together and really just seeing each other for who they are and, it's that time together. That's really all you need.
Right,
It's like it's one of those love language, right? We
yeah,
looked into, like, really kind of understanding your love language and what your partner's love language is, and recognizing how to kinda show the love that they're gonna reciprocate or accept, you know?
right. So, there's 5 different types of love languages. I wanna know which one you are after we're done. Okay,
Okay.
first one, quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, and then receiving gifts. So,
I mean, I would sign up for all 5.
yes, I think so too. I'm like a
Right.
little bit of each one. I can't say that I'm definitely just one of those. I mean, quality time is probably at the top of my list because like I've shared my husband's job and we don't always get time together. So whatever we can get, even if it's an hour once the kids are asleep, like you said, the date night thing, like just at home, that's so important to me. And I know that it's important to my husband too. Like, let's have some time. Sometimes it is just us talking. Sometimes it's us watching a show or having a glass of wine together or something like that. But I think that's probably my top one. But yeah, so you like all five as well. I want
Yeah.
all the love languages. I want it
Yeah,
all.
I'm very fluent in all the love
Yeah.
languages. No, I would say, yeah, same. Quality time, just having that minute, also words of affirmation, I think, because I
Mm.
love to hear like encouragement or, like, I love you or,
Right. It's
you
something
just,
so simple, those 3 little words, but they mean a lot in a
yeah.
relationship. It's comforting. Words
Yeah.
are a big deal.
And I think my husband definitely knows that
Yeah.
about me by now.
Yeah.
And I
What
know
would
his is
Go ahead.
definitely physical touch.
I was gonna say, I think Matt's is I don't know, if I had to guess, I would say his is probably quality time too, but, I
Yeah.
mean,
Lucky.
they're all
No.
good. They're all good, of course, but yeah. What would be your favorite date I know your favorite date night with the kids, but, like, what would you want to do if you had a date night?
Oh,
Kids are with a sitter.
I like experiences,
Yeah.
right? I love experiences. So, we sometimes, we'll do like a midday where
Yes.
like if the kids are at school and he has the day off, we'll go for a hike. Or one time the four of us went for, the cooking class. Like
Yes.
I just love doing things that are different. I don't really want to go and sit across from him and have dinner and talk about the kids,
Yeah. Well, it's a memory, and that's kind of fun too. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know, and you could play off of each other's hobbies, like, maybe you could rotate, like, "Oh my god, I've always wanted to try this," and even though that might not be your favorite thing, because it's his or something he wants to do, you should want to do it too,
Yeah, definitely.
and vice
Encourage each
versa.
other's Yeah. Whatever makes them happy and, like, glow from the inside, for sure, absolutely. I know he would I'd have to drag him to a sip and paint, but at
Yeah,
the end of the day, he would do it, because he wants to make me happy, and he would drag me to a shooting range or
right,
something very manly, and I would just kinda suck it up and do it because he thought of it, he wanted to do it, and
right,
yeah. I'll encourage whatever makes that man smile, I'm up
yeah.
for.
Have you ever seen those cards? It's like like date cards. I don't know exactly what they are. I don't know if it's specifically a game or like you just pick from this deck of cards and it gives you ideas to do for a date night, something spontaneous. You have to like
Oh.
do whatever's on the card.
Oh, I would love that. That sounds really cool.
Yeah. I think they're fun. I haven't really looked into them, but just something kind of different where you're not like, oh, okay. I think too, we always do things. I mean, as you know, because you're our friend, but we do things a lot as groups. And that's so fun too, as a group with everybody. So everyone can
Oh, yeah.
get together and it's so wonderful. But sometimes I think it does need to be just the two of you,
Yeah. You gotta bring it
right?
back to, like, where it started?
Yeah.
What was your first date or the first time that you, like, knew he was the one, you know?
Oh, well, I feel like I knew he was the one before he was my man. So
Yeah.
that goes back like a couple of years before we actually started dating. It was just not kind of working. I just always had this connection to him for like a few years before we actually started dating. So I feel like I knew for a while. And then it was great because once we were dating, it was like, this is
Meant to
it.
be. Yeah.
This is it. Um, First date, we went out to dinner. It was like actually just him and I. Um, because in the beginning, I feel like it was still a lot of group stuff and
Yeah.
it's hard to explain our
Yeah.
situation at the time. But
Yeah, no, I
um,
get it.
what about
Our
you?
Well, ours was different because we were in high school, so but I remember first seeing him when I was in 6th grade. We got our yearbooks. I was sitting in the gym going through the yearbook, and then all of a sudden I saw this little tiny, those, like, collage pages with, like, just random pictures of
Yeah.
everybody from the class.
Yeah.
I saw this, like, little tiny picture of him, and my heart stopped, and I was like, "Who is that? Oh my god." Like, I had this weird connection right off the bat as soon as I saw this kid. And, he was 2 years older than me, so that was it. That was, like, the last day of school, and I didn't see him again until I was in 9th grade, and then I saw him in the hall, and my heart literally I it was crazy. And then he would, like, flirt because he thought I looked like Nev Campbell, so he'd be like, "Hey, Nev," as I walked down and I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's talking to me," like, freaking out. And then our first date, I knew he was the one that day because I mean, I come up with some wild ideas, right? And so he's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I we picked wildflowers and we went to this old Civil War cemetery and we read everybody's name and put a flower down, um, and just honored them. Why, I don't know. We were, just
Yeah.
living life in the moment, and he was game. He was literally game for anything. And I was like, "Wow, this guy's cool." Like typical guys wouldn't do this, you know? But yeah, it was a very out of the box first date, and he's been game for all my wild ideas ever since. That's one of the things I love about him. I could literally tell him like, "Oh, so I read this will bring us good luck if we, bury a doll's arm under the third bush in our front yard." And he'd be like, "Well, how far do I have to dig the hole?"
Yeah, he is so like that. That's so funny. My
Yeah,
husband would be like, "Absolutely not. What are you talking about?"
yeah, he goes along with my wild ideas. I love it. I love it. And you just got to find that person that kind of just like the yin and yang,
Yes.
he's the yin and yang.
No, I love that. And to the yin and yang, I thought this was kind of cool because we like you say that about things, right? Like, oh, you're the yin to my yang, or with your friends or whatever. But I looked into it, and the yin and the yang have different personality qualities. So yin people um are emotional, empathetic, calm, nurturing, intuitive. So that's like one side of it.
Okay.
Yang people are protective, decisive, energetic, strong, logical. So, like, they're two totally different people. And
Yeah, Steve is yang.
I
Steve is
mean,
definitely yang.
yeah. And it's just kind of funny because don't get me wrong, moms or women or whatever could be yang for sure. But I think most people would feel like us moms, we're the yin and dad is yang, you
Aw,
know?
happy Yang Day, guys. It's so
I
true,
thought that
though.
was so cute. I mean, I remember drawing like that, like,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
just it's so
Back
funny.
in the
You don't even
day.
know what it
I
means.
I never knew what it means until today. That's really cool to think about.
Yeah, so,
I
like,
just thought
you're
it was like a puzzle piece, you
right,
know?
you're supporting each other, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're lifting each other up, and I think that that's huge in a relationship. What you lack, hopefully your partner is giving you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're just constantly supporting, yeah. I am 100% yin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm yin all the way. But that is really cool. I mean, you have to what you lack, your partner has, and vice versa. Like, and that's what just makes it fit perfect, and it's just like a strong connection.
Yeah, it is.
What about like do you remember when you first saw your husband hold a baby? Not even your own baby, just like any baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the first time I really at least noticed it was with one of our best friends. They had twins, and he was sitting in this chair and he had both the babies in his arm.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God. It was just this softness to him. And it was incredible. And, you know, come to find out we were, pregnant probably the next month with our first, but it was really cool to see. Yeah.
I know, it just makes you freaking fall apart.
Yeah.
There's just something about it, especially your own kid, when you see that, you're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh."
I
Yeah,
know.
you just wanna, like,
I was, like, coming out of surgery,
cry.
so I was really a little messed up.
My eyes were swollen
You were
shut,
swollen, you definitely
so
were a little puffy.
I didn't see it for a couple days afterwards, but when I came to and I looked up.
Yeah. But it is something to behold.
Yeah.
It is
It's just like,
special.
"Oh my god, how could you I didn't think you could be any more handsome or cute or
Yeah.
irresistible," but it's just like something with a man holding a baby. You're like,
Yeah,
"My god, I love you. I love you."
I know. It's
I
it's so great. It's I hope that they know how much we appreciate them and, you know, just like for the moms, it's like just feel the love all year round and know that we're grateful for all that they do too.
Yeah. They're incredible. We couldn't do anything without them. I couldn't. I
Yeah,
sure
same.
as hell couldn't. I mean, I feel like me and Steve have been together for past lives. Do you believe in past lives?
I sure do, and I 1000% agree with you. You
Yeah.
2 are like yeah, you've done this before. This is like old news. You It's
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I believe in past lives, and I feel like I've been with this guy for hundreds of years, you know? It's
you're both
just
old souls, I think, too.
yeah. Yeah. I just love it. I
Do
can't
you
wait to
think
see
you were
what life.
people, or do you think you were like cats?
Oh, interesting. I don't quite know.
Okay, next person on here, we need someone who can do a
Oh, yeah.
regression of some sort.
Yeah, past life regression. Anybody out there wanna come and talk with us? That would be a really cool episode. I'd love to find out my past lives. I've been told that I was, like, an herbalist, an alchemist.
Yeah, I could see
I
that.
think I got my something read in P-Town, and, yeah, I had, like, my own apothecary, which I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, that makes so
Like,
much
that's my
sense."
dream.
Yeah, like, how can I, like, I don't know, tap into that old hidden knowledge that I had before and, like, make this
Right.
happen in this life too?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would love to know all about the past lives. Do you think you were with Matt in past lives? Or you
I
think this
never
is,
really
like,
thought about
fresh?
it. I don't know. I don't know. I definitely think I've lived another life.
Well, we know that we were together in past lives.
Right, we did just find that out, and
We just found that
that
out.
I now believe since we were told. I could yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I would say no. I would say no, but not in a bad way. Just, like, I feel like we have
You
so
like
much,
to,
like,
like
newness and, like,
you like to play the field.
there's
Yeah.
exact my old souls. I might have been
Yeah.
a cat.
Oh, that's funny. You're probably like, well, we know you don't like to fly, so
I
that
don't.
maybe you were a bird and that's how you died, and that's why you don't like to fly.
That would make so much sense.
Yeah. Mystery solved.
Okay. Done.
Alright, cool. Well, I mean, I don't really know what else to add after that. I mean, Nancy Drew, we figured it out.
We don't need anyone to come on anymore, never mind.
No, I still want somebody to come and talk to us. Um, yeah, so I mean, bottom line, guys are awesome. We love them. We hope you all had a really amazing Father's Day.
Yeah, nourish your
And
relationship.
yeah, keep it fresh, keep it light, keep
Yeah.
it fun, flirt,
Yep.
date,
You need to date for
yeah,
sure. Date your husband.
and persuade him or not pursue him. Not persuade
You
him.
can
I mean,
persuade him too if you want,
you could
but
persuade him to, like, finish that project, and then you'll pursue him, maybe.
yeah, goals at the
Um,
end.
yeah, no, but I have a fun little quote that kinda corresponds with just, who you pick as a partner in life, right?
Okay. Let's hear it.
So it says Life Hack by Justin Welsh. I don't know, I found it on his page, but it says, "Marry someone that if you had no friends at all, you'd gladly spend every waking moment with." And yeah, I found that one. I will spend every lifetime with him, and I will try and learn his love language a little bit more.
Hoping he switches his love language. No.
Yeah, can we like quality time or words of affirmation? I'm really good at that one.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
No,
but
that's
not.
perfect. Love the one you're with.
Yeah, and if it's not driving, then kind of reexamine that. You want to be with your best friend.
So
You want
true.
them to talk good about you behind your back. You should be your ultimate hype man in
Yeah,
life.
your hype man, exactly.
Always. Well, I think that's all for today, right?
Yeah, I think so. Do you have
Yeah,
anything else?
that'd be it.
Yeah, I think
We
that's
love
it.
our men. All right. Well, we hope you have a really great week. And as always, keep it good.